All right, guys, today I'm going to show you how we set doors on a daily basis using the Jambmaster system. We've been using this system for, I guess, going on 8 years now. We've set thousands of doors with it. And I know that after this video, there's going to be a couple guys in the comments say, well, by the time you set this tool up, I would already had two jams installed for doors. And what I have to say to them is, I'll be waiting for you at door 15. The thing about any type of system and adding it to your business is you can't judge it by one or two situations. But whenever you stretch that out to 10, 15, 20 doors, like what we generally deal with in trim carpentry, right? It pays dividends over that quantity of doors. So enough about them. Right, I want to explain why we use this Jambmaster. For one, consistent quality, right? It comes out the same every single time, no matter what the door opening is like. You could have a cocked cripple, right? And this is going to immediately fix it. It's going to shoot this jam completely or perfectly over to this jam, right? And that's a big deal. So it basically gives us what we call a foundational zero. And what I mean by that is it just gives us a good platform to start setting the door. So now once we've shimmed the door with this, now we have a 5-step process for setting a door. And that 5-step process for setting a door, we can teach anybody to set a door in a very little amount of time. It used to take me days, weeks to teach somebody how to set a door with shims and to get the consistent quality, right? Number two reason, it's fast. It is really fast. Post setup, and it seems like setup would be a lot, but I carried this in here from our work trailer, right? And it's already ready to go. The only difference is you need a couple different tools. And one of those is a router. We use a Milwaukee battery powered router, a glue gun, a Ryobi battery-powered glue gun. I know some people in the comments are going to hate on the Ryobi thing, but why buy an expensive tool whenever the inexpensive one works just great for the task? Yes, it's Ryobi. And then some blocks, shimming blocks. I'll show you what that looks like. Looks like this. We usually cut these from scrap wood off of a job. Anytime we've got some clear pine on a job, we take that opportunity to cut some 1/8, 1/4, 3/8, half, 5/8, 3/4 blocks, just for all different situations, but mainly for this. I do want to go over one thing that I've seen on some videos on the Jambmaster. I love this tool right here, but something that I always see, and you'll know more about this once I get into showing you how to use it, but these are, well, we've coined the term ringlets or shim points. It could be anything, but sometimes I see guys that have like 8 or 9 of these on one side of the door. That is completely overkill. You do not need 8 to 9 of these. You need 4 for a 6'7" door or a 7-foot door, and you need 5 for an 8-foot door. Even the heaviest solid core doors. So if you go look to watch some other video and you see some guy that's got 8 different shim points, don't ignore his video. Watch his video, but do ignore how many shims he's putting on the door because it's completely unnecessary. The main thing in shimming is that you have one shim behind the top hinge and one shim point behind the bottom hinge. And the reason for that is when you get a heavy door, your hinges are over here, right? It's going to hang, right? And it's going to pull against that shim, right? And then it's going to push into the bottom hinge. So it's just, by nature, it's just going to do that, right? And so we want to make sure that we're supporting those two for sure. And then like on a 6'7" door or a 7-foot door, we're going to have our shim points kind of spread out between there. It doesn't need to be behind the middle hinge, right? It doesn't need to be on any other hinges. Just that top one and the bottom one. Trust me on this. I've never once got a call back using this system to adjust a door. They set incredible doors. If you use screws, you'll never have a problem. Some guys use 15 gauge nails or whatever, we 99% of the time we're using screws unless we get a jam that maybe doesn't have a removable door, some removable doorstop material. So without any further explanation, I'm not going to go through every single detail on this Jambmaster because it doesn't need it. You're smart enough to really understand how this works. It's simple enough to understand. So let's just get right into it.